A very good morning to all of you. Today we will start with part 2 of lesson 3, two stories about flying. Last day we had done the first part, that is his first flight, and today we will start with part 2, the black aeroplane. In this prose piece, the author is a pilot and he is flying his old Dakota aeroplane over France to England. He was very happy to be alone high above in the sky, and he saw the sleeping countryside down him. He was looking forward to be with his family. He wanted to have his breakfast the next day with his family. He switched on the radio and told the Paris control room that he was on his way to England. The voice replied and told him that he will have to turn 12 degrees west. He checked the map and the compass and turned 12 degrees west towards England. Everything was going well and it was an easy flight. When he was about 150 kilometers ahead of Paris, he saw a huge storm. He saw huge storm clouds which looked like black mountains standing in front of him across the sky. He felt quite frightened and he knew that he could not fly and did not have enough fuel to fly around them to the north or the south. He thought of going back to Paris. But he wanted to go home as he was very eager to meet his family. Then he thought to take the risk and flew the old Dakota straight into the storm. As and when he went into the storm, everything was suddenly black and it was not possible to see out of the plane. The aeroplane turned and twisted in the air. He looked at the compass. The compass was going round and round and round, and there was no radio signal also. Everything appeared to be dead. He even tried the radio, but he did not get any answer. He was lost in the storm. Suddenly, he saw a black aeroplane near him. This aeroplane had no lights. It was another aeroplane which appeared to him to be black, and there was no light on its wings. But he could see the pilot's face. The pilot waved him and indicated him to follow him. In front of his Dakota was the second aeroplane, and he followed the second aeroplane as an obedient child. There was less fuel in the old Dakota to fly for 5 or 10 minutes. He was very scared, but the other aeroplane started to go down and the author followed it. Suddenly he came out of the clouds and saw 2 long straight lines of light in front of him. It was a runway. It was an airport and he was safe. He turned to look for the aeroplane, but he could not find anyone. He landed and asked the control room about the other pilot. And then he was informed that His aeroplane was the only aeroplane flying in the sky, and there was no other aeroplanes in the sky except him. The author was confused because he could not understand who was the one who helped him from the huge black storms, and without the compass, without the radio signal, and with less fuel, how did he land safely to the airport? He wondered who was the pilot on the strange black aeroplane, flying in the storm without lights. Who do you think was the pilot? Who do you think was the other aeroplane? This is a question to us, to the readers. It was his own willpower, it was his own capability, it was his own conscience that helped him to come across through the huge black storm. Like I told you the day before, that it is our willpower to come out of the comfort zone, and we will definitely meet with success. Part 2 of this chapter ends here, and since the last day I had not given you any questions and answers, with this video I will give you question and answers of both the parts together. You will get 2 snaps of the first part questions and the second part questions. Do go through the questions and try to frame questions from the chapter so that you can have a clear-cut idea about the type of questions. And obviously, read the book very nicely. Book reading is very important for you. Stay safe. Thank you.